What is up, you guys? It's your girl Bead back with another video, and in today's video I'll be showing you guys how we got these beautiful MicroLinks. If you're interested, be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and let's get right into it. So this is the before of my client's hair. I will be using a total of 3 bundles. We end up using only about 2 and some change. But I'm gonna be going in with some nylon thread. You wanna make sure that you're using nylon instead of cotton. Cotton tends to take the moisture, the natural oils out of your hair and can be very stripping, especially when you're using it for a good amount of time. So you wanna make sure you're using that nylon. It also helps a lot when you're doing extensions because it's very easy to pull through and it doesn't get so caught up like your cotton usually does. So what you see me doing now is going ahead and parting out her perimeter. I'm doing this because she's gonna want to pull her hair up into a ponytail. So I wanna make sure I have enough of her perimeter out so that when she pulls it up into a ponytail, it'll cover the beads that you guys will see me apply in a few minutes. Now I'm making my first section so that I can apply the beads. You want to make sure that your section is not too thick. You don't want to be putting a lot of hair into your beads. These are the tools that I'm going to be using. These are your MicroLink beads and your beading tool. You can purchase these off of Amazon. I will leave the link below for those of you that are interested. So now I'm taking kind of like squares, a little bit longer than a square, but not necessarily a rectangle, if that makes sense. And I'm pulling her hair through and sliding the bead up to her root. Because our hair is blow dried, the bead has a silicone material inside of it that will stick onto her hair, which allows me to go in and place the beads first, and then I can go back in and use the pliers to clamp them down. So when you're clamping your beads, you want to make sure that you're not putting the beads too close to her root, as you see me doing. You want to make sure that you give a good amount of space so that when she does go up to flip her hair into a ponytail, she doesn't have too much tension. Tension can definitely cause some traction alopecia, and not only that, a lot of discomfort. So you want to make sure that your beads aren't too far up on her root. I'm going to start by doubling my weft. As you can see, I'm just sewing the edges of this bundle so that I can make sure it doesn't come apart. And I'm going to start by placing the bundle on one edge and sewing the bundle onto the beads. So the beads are gonna act as my braid, and that is gonna allow me to sew the bundle onto her head and it not slip away. With each bead or section, I usually sew on that section about 3 to 4 times. Be mindful that this part is a little tender to your client or to you if you're doing this on yourself. So just make sure you're being light, not too heavy-handed. I'm gonna flip this up so you guys can see how flat that is. And you will continue to do this all the way up, placing your beads, going back and clamping them down, and then applying your bundle. In the back, I decided to double my wefts. I started to single weft them towards the top just to make sure I could maintain a very flat, seamless base. Now you just see me filling in the U shape that I had created in the beginning. And then I start back with another U shape as I reach towards her temple. This service, all in all, took me about 2 hours to complete, which is very good timing if I do say so myself. Again, you want to make sure that you are sewing right on top of the section that you have created so the track doesn't move and everything stays seamless. You want to make sure that your hair is nice and freshly washed before you do this, because you want to get the most out of this service that you can. This service can last you a while, so making sure you start off with fresh hair is definitely vital, because once your hair starts to get oily, your beads can start to slip. So you want to make sure your hair is squeaky clean. Keep in mind that this service is an investment type of service, but in the long run, it is definitely worth it. It's way more natural looking, it's way more flat, it's very seamless, and it's just gonna give you the look of not having any extensions. So don't get so caught up in the price of MicroLinks. Know that it is an investment, it's a good investment, and the fact that you can get this service retightened. You can come back and just get your beads retightened instead of taking it all out and doing it all over again. Is definitely going to give you some longevity with this style. So anytime you're going super long, I would definitely suggest putting some type of layers in your style. That way when you do your curls, they don't all end up curling into each other, and you can get a lot of body and volume when you're adding your layers. So we are finished. Everything ended up blending and melting very, very, very nicely with her natural root color and the blonde hair that she has towards her ends. She was able to get a lot of dimension with the placement of these bundles. As you can see, she is pulling it up into a ponytail herself, and then you will see me placing it into a bun. I love the way that this turned out, you guys. If you are interested in this service and you are in the North Carolina area, please hit me up on my social media. I will link everything in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching.